ground shake.
Hello YouTube, I have here today a Gladen MOSCONI 100.4 DSP amplifier. So it is a small amplifier with a 4 100 watt output and a small Bluetooth dongle actually, but with a DSP, digital signal processor. Now inside this package you can see these kind of devices, and here is the actual amplifier. The size is roughly around my hand, so it is very tiny. Inside here it is the amplifier and a small Bluetooth dongle. Now this amplifier is around 680 euros, so it is very high priced. But keep in mind, if you are planning to get a DSP, it will cost roughly 200-300 euros, and then a 4-channel amplifier will cost another 200-300 euros. But if you want high quality amplifier, you need to pay more, so keep in mind this might be a good one. So the externals here, we have a 4-channel output, front and back channels here, 4 output, 4 times 100 watts in 4 ohm, and a 4 times 130 watts in 2 ohms. Also it has this kind of small back with a hexagon screw and 2 of these RCA plugs. I'm not actually sure why these are here. Actually that is slightly dented or twisted, but these are very cheaply made. Now this does not make the processor, DSP head unit, the amplifier any bad, but these are just, well, I'm not recommending to use these. These are very cheap quality. Let's put them back in there and forgot they were in this package. Now here is the MOSCONI DSP. I'm gonna put this camera on here and we'll see these outputs and inputs down here. In here we have 40 amp fuse with a standard wires inside, roughly around 1 square millimeter, 110 square millimeter inputs. And this Bluetooth dongle you can put it like this, or like in opposite way down like this. It has 2 LEDs, red and black. It will blink when it's connected. The remote controller, you can put it in here, and here is remote for turning this on or getting something out from here to, let's say, power up the subwoofer amplifier if you are using high level inputs from your OEM style of head unit. Also optical in, 2 subwoofer out, with you can DSP them also. It has sensitivity levels here, auto sense here, I will be explaining that later on, high input or low input into these 4 channels down here. Now you can use a high level input from let's say a car head unit. Actually maybe these RCAs are for that. Put a speaker here like front speakers and subwoofers from a head unit, aftermarket head unit, or a OEM speakers inside here. Now when you're using OEM speakers, using the AutoSense mode, you need to put it in BTL mode, so it's using a dummy load. When I show the video about inside of this amplifier, DSP amplifier, you will see 4 these big blue resistors in this side here. Actually, let's show the video right now. I will be explaining the internals because I make the video in Finnish, so you don't understand what I'm saying there, but I will be explaining something what's inside here. Now inside here there is a nice big toroid into the power side with a Sangyong, I think it was Sangyong capacitors from Korea. They are very high quality. The internals are looking very nice. Now the 4-channel output that it has some kind of neat components. I'm not actually sure what they are, but they look rather nice and rather high tech. Also you can see the MOSFETs from the power side are just standard MOSFETs, and the outputs for the speakers they are actually the heatsink is cooling down the microchip, not a normal MOSFET down there. So that's about the insides, and now this BTL, you see those 4 blue resistors in this corner. This is made for dummy load for your OEM head units. Now if you have a relatively new car, it will make a signal that you have your speakers blown if you put the high level input here. Now it doesn't mean that your speaker is blown, you are just connected into the amplifier, and this will use the dummy resistors to show the OEM head unit that the speaker is still okay. You are just stealing the information from the audio into this DSP amplifier. Actually that is probably the first DSP amplifier I've seen with this kind of feature. There might be some others but that I did not know of, but I found out that it is very useful. I found it in this. And the SE mode in the AutoSense mode is used when you are using a aftermarket head unit and you are using like 15 to 20 volts maximum or watts maximum of power feeding from high voltage inside here. You can also use a aftermarket head unit with a low level inputs also. Now let's just hook it in and let's see how the software is working in this device. You can find it, it did not come with this package, thank God, because nowadays these new laptops and these does not even have a CD-ROM player, so it is totally useless to send a CD, but it can be downloaded from the Gladen website. It is a gladenaudio.com/dsp/downloads, and link is in the description. Now when you are installing it, I installed it on my Windows 10. If you are installing it on Windows 10, it will say that it wants to install USB drivers also, but you must uncheck the box with the USB driver installation. It is meant to be used if you are installing it to a Windows 7. Oops, not on yet. I will put this Bluetooth back in here. So if you are using Windows 7 Service Pack 1 or later, you should be checking the mark there. It is the center of it is this link here where you can find the DSP. On the back it says D2 DSP, so it is this software. Now installing it in Windows 10, uncheck the USB drivers because Windows has them already, so or it will download it from Windows and it will just work. The installation is quite simple. Just click next, uncheck the USB and next, and it's installed. Now when I connect this computer into this device, like so, Windows will say that hey, I found a new device, and all the normal usual stuff there, but this icon, it is MOSCONI GLADEN 6 to 8. It is the icon for this software, and it has a drop down menu here to use a D2 100.4 and just press OK, it will open. Now this has also the Bluetooth here, so I will be just connecting. Yes, it has also the Bluetooth here. You can connect it straight from your cell phone. It will stream the music from the Bluetooth into the device, and you can use the application named Gladen DSP 6 to 8 that looks something like this. I hope you can see it on the camera, but it is, you can only set here presets or master level, volume or subwoofer or fader and balance. Nothing much to use in here. The preset settings is okay to use here. Now when this device first opens in your laptop, it will ask you to put a pin code. Now it is good thing to have a pin coded DSP, so if somebody steals it, the person cannot use it, but people tend to forget their pin code, so I would recommend not to use a pin code. Especially if you want to sell it on later on and can't remember it. But here we press copy data to the program, it will automatically transfer all the presets individually into your computer. You can set them up and then send them back to the device. Now this program, I am a Bachelor of Engineering in IT Internet. Now I am a Bachelor of Engineering in IT. What a difficult word. And I have used to make these kind of softwares with my computer, and when I see this MOSCONI DSP program from here, it is quite sketchy. Well, not necessarily sketchy, but quite dull and not a very polite to the eye to see. And also it has a nice features and not so nice features, as I cannot open it fully here. It is just fixed size here. Well, when I check the presets, I can change the settings. Mixers, like if you have a OEM head unit inputs here in high level, you can mix all the channels to get a full clean nice signal. That's quite nice. Also it has this very large graphical equalizer where you can equalize all the settings to flat or use your own kind of what you like. Sorry about that. Also crossovers, it has a nice crossover for the first four channels, up to 60 decibels per octave crossovers, you can set it. That is actually very huge thing. But the subwoofer channel only supports up to 48 decibels. It is quite self-explanatory if you have ever used a DSP, how to use this. But if you have not, it has this nice feature down here, video tutorial. So where you can click and check the video tutorial on how to use this device. That is very nice. Time delays, of course, very important in DSP amplifiers and DSPs also. You can set your delays down to like 0.02 milliseconds, I think it was. It was very precise DSP here. Phase, you can set the phases of every channel back and forth, and have a adjustable levels on every channel this amplifier outputs, even in the subwoofer side. So that makes it really good. Really good DSP. Now when I use this frequency chart here, it will open a different window when I can fully open it. But if I want to change the settings, I cannot change the settings here. I just need to like put it down and change the settings and then open the frequency chart again. It's not open where it is there. So perhaps I need to put this on the side here. And then no, I cannot open it there. I can, oh god. So this program needs some work. The MOSCONI amplifiers DSPs are very high quality, very nice devices, but the software side is, well, I'm gonna say it is rubbish. It does not make the amplifier, DSP amplifier, to be bad. It does not. It is a high quality ASA awarded product. I get that, but using this DSP program on the computer is painful, because there are many programs, many DSPs out there that has a very nice software to use, very easy to use. You can see everything at the simultaneously and set everything, but with this you kind of need two screens to use one chart here and change the settings on the other side and see how it affects, and it is very complicated and very hard to use, especially if you are new to DSP amplifiers. This might be a bit difficult to learn, but hey, when you have one time learned it and mastered it, you can use it every time, and when you have the settings correct here and everything sounds nice, you don't have to touch it anymore. So that makes this a very good amplifier and a DSP, even if the software is, well, painful to use. Now, but everything works. Like when I connected with Bluetooth or with this, everything just works very flawlessly, very nicely. So the connection side and communication side between the laptop and the DSP works very fluently. Only I have the issue with this program. I don't like to use it. I don't like this, how it looks and how it feels to use. As I use many DSPs and I set up many DSPs over the year, like maybe 30 to 40 cars, I set the settings on the DSP of different kind of DSPs, and even the old Alpine F1 model has a better DSP has a better software than this, even if it is a XP. Only for XP Windows. Now this works in Windows 10 very well, and it communicates with the DSP very well. So that maybe that does not make any difference of making this a. Definitely this is not a bad product, but I just don't like that. Maybe I have talked about too much of the software, but hey. So this was Mosconi D2 100.4, a very nice, small, very small handprint of amplifier. You can install it like in glove box or behind glove box. Very nice amplifier, a very nice DSP, working DSP with a nice 4x 100 watt output. It's actually really huge to have that kind of output in a small device like this with a DSP. And the subwoofer output is just perfect. Perfect to install in OEM or in head unit less cars, as you can use the Bluetooth dongle to stream the music straight inside, or use the optical in with a Chromecast audio to stream the music inside here. So that's about it. What do you like about Mosconi products anyhow, and what do you like about this small device? We will be seeing you on the next video. Leave a comment, let's talk in the comment sections. See you in the next video. Bye bye!